Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing holiday season and a good last bit of your year. It's honestly been a little bit overwhelming for me, and I've been just kind of wanting to fast forward to January because it's just been a lot. Basically, the past two big holidays I was pet sitting. So I pet sit for extra money on the side, and that involves staying overnight at people's houses and, being there for their pets. And I did that a lot this year and made a lot of extra money, but it's just not serving me anymore. It's just become very mentally draining, especially doing it over the holidays when, those are the times of the year when I want to spend that time with my loved ones and not have to be at someone else's house. So I am going to be making a change in 2025 and not doing overnight pet sitting anymore. I will do check-ins for people during the day, but not staying overnight anymore. And I'm really it's already a relief for me. I've already let my clients know that is going to be what's happening. So that'll be nice. And then I was also sick over Christmas. So not only was I not sleeping in my own house and seeing my family as much as I wanted, but I was also just dying of whatever upper respiratory illness has been going around. I know COVID's been going around, and something called walking pneumonia, or high functioning pneumonia, as I like to call it. So I was just out with that. And I'm now finally feeling better. And it's just been a little bit overwhelming, but it's all good now. Now the rest of this year is smooth sailing, and I'm just so excited to start 2025. I'm so excited to move out finally. My boyfriend and I have been looking at apartments, and we've pretty much settled on where we want to live. We're just kind of waiting for unit availability, which should hopefully be available for us in February. So I'm super excited to revamp my budget when that time comes, when I move out and I start paying rent. Because for anyone who's new, I've been living with my parents for the last 3 years. And I'm actually going to touch on that in a bit here when I start budgeting, which let's go ahead and just explain what I'm doing here today. So it's December 3rd, 29th. It's Sunday, and this is my final paycheck of the month and the year. And it's actually a 5th paycheck for me. I got paid 5 times in December, which is always fun. And this was actually a very special year because with how the leap year worked out, I got paid 53 times because I get paid weekly. So I got paid 53 times instead of just 52. So that's kind of cool. So this money in Ready to Assign, let's go over what all of this is. I actually did not budget my week 4 paycheck. So I have $1,550 from my week 4 and then $1,550 from my week 5 paycheck. And then I also received a really nice $2,500 bonus from work, which was so exciting because I definitely wanted at least $2,000 because that's what I got last year. So I was really banking on $2,000 and just wanted it to be at least that. So I was so happy to wake up to an extra $500 than what I was expecting this year. So that's super nice. I'm excited to budget that. And then week 4, I received $400 for pet sitting for my neighbor that I was doing overnights, and that just ended today. It was 8 nights of pet sitting. So it got to be a little bit of a lot, especially when you're sick. But glad that is over. And then I also made $200 checking in on one of my clients' cats for the week. And then I also, just a random cash out from one of my Chase cards, I cashed out for $8.93. So that is what everything in this Ready to Assign amount is. So we need to do a little bit of admin here. First of all, what I want to do is I have a little bit of money left over in my gas category that I would like to just throw into ready to assign. And then I also have a statement credit that I received. I use Chase cards, and they have what's called Chase offers where you can activate them and get extra cash back like at random stores. So a lot of times I use it for gas and groceries to get a little bit extra cash back. So that's what that is. And actually that one specifically was for using my credit card at Kroger. I think that was a 5% back offer. So let's go ahead and start budgeting, and I'll explain the chaos that is happening down here in a second. But first of all, we're going to zero out my next month fund to get that back up to $2,500. And then the really exciting thing this month is I want to max out my Roth IRA for 2025 come January 1st. So in order to do that, I need $7,000, and I'm going to go ahead and fill this up right now. And I'm actually going to, maybe I'll assign this in January. I don't know why, but it just makes sense to me to do that. And then I want to go ahead and delete. If I can find my button, delete this category. Okay. And then we are going to cover this overspending. So I went out last night with my boyfriend to a Mexican restaurant. So I need to cover this with my fun money. And then this $3,000, I know that looks very crazy, but this was actually budgeted. I just haven't moved the money yet. But basically, so if you're new here, like I said before, I have been living with my parents for the last 3 years, and they have been so gracious and kind as to not charge me rent or any charge for utilities. They even have let me eat their food, and I just do my part around the house, do chores, and just not be a burden to them. But I wanted to thank them this year for their graciousness and generosity. And my mom had mentioned earlier in the year that they were looking to do an Alaska cruise in 2025. So I gave them a $3,000 check towards this Alaska cruise that they want to go on. And it was so sweet. Oh, let me get rid of this. It was so sweet. She cried, and it was just a really nice moment. And yeah, I really hope that showed my appreciation for them. So yes, I did budget for this though. This is going to come out of my apartment fund. So we will cover that. And now all of that is covered. And I also just picked up some last minute groceries today. So I'm just going to cover this money with ready to assign. And we're all good there. All good there. So the rest of this, I am going to throw $2,000 into my adventure fund because my boyfriend and I have a ton of travel plans this year. First of all, we are going to Gatlinburg in January for his birthday. So some money will come out of that to do stuff there. And we will also be going to Pittsburgh, Chicago, possibly Denver, and Bend, Oregon to visit my brother out there. So yeah, we've got a lot of big plans this year. I'm going to need to fund this. So that'll be a really good head start and hopefully fund, at least a couple of trips. And then I would like to finish my apartment fund. I wanted $5,000 in here. Oops. Not that. I want $1,000 for a total of $5,000. So this is to cover my portion of security deposit, first month's rent, and then have about $3,000 that I can use towards like decor and furniture and any miscellaneous, moving expenses. I think that will be a good amount to have. And then, I have some changes to make to my banana stand, and I guess I might as well do them now so that I can fund them with the rest of this money. But basically, so my boyfriend has a dog who I'm also going to be living with and taking care of. And so I'm going to hijack this piggy support category, which I've mentioned in the past. This is an old category that I had for, I was in a previous relationship and we had guinea pigs. And when that relationship ended, I set aside some money towards those guinea pigs just in case my ex needed money to take them to the vet, because you need to take guinea pigs to an exotic vet and those can be expensive, and I just didn't want to leave him hanging. So yeah, hence this piggy support fund. But now that I'm in a new relationship and clearly the guinea pigs have not needed this, I think I can go ahead and just say goodbye to this category and change it to a vet fund for the doggy. His name is Zeke, and I'm going to try to put a picture on the screen, but he is an Aussie doodle and he's just the best. I'm so excited to have a dog of my own now. And then let's put a little emoji. I'll probably rename this later, something a little bit more fun, but for now it's vet. And then I'm going to go ahead and get this up to $500. And then another change that I would like to make is I definitely have been avoiding going to the doctor just because the way that my health insurance is, I just have a high deductible health insurance. So I pretty much have to cash flow my doctor visits. And I'm just finding that I have been avoiding going to the doctor. Like, I had sinus surgery a year and a half ago, and I think that I might need like a revision surgery or something. Like, something's going on, but I've been avoiding going back and getting it checked out just because I haven't had money set aside, and I know that it's going to be, at least a few $100s to see the ENT. So I'm going to make it a priority in 2025 to stop avoiding the doctor. So to do that, I would like to set aside some money. So what should we call it? I'm just going to call it doctor for now, and we'll find like some kind of emoji. Maybe just this for now. I'll probably change it later. But we will set that up. And then what I'm going to do, I have this medical category in my kind of more monthly bills section up here, my essentials. I have this $200 sitting that was kind of for the purpose of like going to the doctor. It was mostly if I, fell ill and needed to go to urgent care or like, a little clinic to get antibiotics or something, then I could do that. But I don't really like it sitting in my budget up here. I'd rather kind of have it set aside in my banana stand down here. But I'm still going to keep this category here for spending from it. So this is more of a savings category. And then if I do end up going to the doctor, I'd like to categorize it up here under my essentials just for reporting purposes. But yeah, I just don't like the money sitting up here. So we will transfer that to the doctor, and then I'm going to throw another $300 in there and get that up to $500. So now me and Zeke, we both have $500 towards doctors. So that feels really good. And then this last $122.25, I don't need anything before the end of the year, I don't think. But But if I do end up needing something, I'll probably just pull from the supplements category if I end up getting more groceries or like alcohol or something. And I could always pull from my fun money too. But I think I'm just going to go ahead and give myself a little bit of extra fun money because I did so well this year hitting my goals, and maybe I deserve to live it up by $122.25 more. So I'm going to go ahead and give myself that little end of year bonus, I guess. So that's it for 2024. I am so stoked for 2025. I'm so excited to share my 2025 categories, and I'm probably going to end up doing 2 videos because my January categories are going to be different from my February categories if I do end up moving out and into an apartment with my boyfriend. So yeah, look forward to that. I definitely need to make a video on my 2025 goals, which I'm super excited about, and then update you guys how my 2024 goals went. But yeah, it's going to be an amazing year. I hope you guys are excited as well. And I'm really looking forward to making more videos in the new year when we're living in our new apartment and I have more time to myself and quiet and time to, just like prioritize this a little bit more. That is definitely one of my goals in the new year. So anyway, enough rambling. Hope you guys have a great rest of your year. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I really would like to hit 1,000 subscribers. That would be so cool. That's definitely a goal for like the first half of 2025. So yeah, if you could subscribe, give this a like, and I will catch you soon in my next video. All right, bye guys.